What's up, guys? Welcome to Metal Forge Reviews. We are here with another top 10, but this one is for May. So the first album we got here, this is Green Carnation's Leaves of Yesteryear. This was released on May 8th on Season of Mist Records. If you don't know these guys, you're missing out. The progressive metal titans are back since their 2006 release of Acoustic Verses, so it's been a long time since the last album, and this is just an emotionally unreal record that, quite frankly, left me totally speechless when I heard it. It's wildly original, and in my opinion, it's the best record they've done to date. So let's check out a clip. This is of actually my favorite song on the record, Sentinels.
They spoke of the loneliest shadow, 1,000-year-old enemy. When I fought for souls of a new world, 1,000-year-old legacy.
This band has a ton of merch available on seasonofmist.com. Grab something and support these guys. So without further ado, let's go to the next one. Let's take it to Ben.
Hi, welcome. I'm Ben. Yeah, that Green Carnation album is amazing, easily probably one of my top contenders of 2020. Incredible album. And for my first clip, for my first band, I am choosing Vredensdal, the Tyrant Shade. This is an independent black metal band, and they came out with their full-length release on May 6th. U.S. black metal band hailing from the cold tundra of northern Wisconsin. And they reached out to us on Instagram, and I'm definitely glad that they did. This is exciting punk-influenced black metal with excellent riffs, very catchy hooks for fans of Midnight, Venom, Motorhead, etc., all in that vein. Let's throw it to a clip of Living by Torch. That was really nice. You can support Vredensdal through their Bandcamp page. As far as I can tell, they are currently signed to Vintage Cult. Definitely a label that you might want to also support and check out. Brandon, over to you, please, now.
This is such bullshit. I'm recording. Oh, okay. That's a great pick, Ben. That album was pretty awesome, actually, but this one is also awesome. Paradise Lost Obsidian. This record just came out on May 15th on Nuclear Blast Records. The Masters of Doom and Gloom are back with the gothic metal release of the ages. Well, maybe not of the ages, but of May. Fans will be right at home with this record. The vocals are crushing and catchy. The songs are melodic as hell. Let's throw it to a clip. Fall from Grace. They've got a ton of merch available on the Nuclear Blast website. Pick something up, show these Doomsters some love, and without further ado, let's throw it back to Ben!
Come on, Pokeball, let's go! Hi, my next pick is Lore's Edge of Eternity. I saw this band pop up on Instagram. Their EP, Edge of Eternity, is a power progressive shred fest, and it was released on May 15th. It is epic and soaring. This is a band on the cutting edge of the power and folk metal scene with a lot of progressive with a lot of progressive elements. If you are into very guitar-driven music with soaring solos, if you're a fan of Symphony X or Winter Sun or Winterzorg, you're going to love this, and I'm going to prove that you're going to love it with a clip from their song Lore's Edge of Eternity is a fantastic record, and I highly recommend that you support them through their Bandcamp. Go check them out, please, now. Brandon, where are you?
Alien was the better movie than Predator. Predator was better. Shit. Okay. Next record on the list is Sojourner's Premonitions. This came out on May 8th on Napalm Records. This band seemed to come out of nowhere for me, and this is their third full length, and it was an amazing introduction. The multinational band is no stranger to epic journeys, which are all over this record. We had the pleasure to speak with the lead vocalist, Emilio Crespo, about the album and get some details behind the making of the record. It is absolutely stellar, melodic, atmospheric metal. Let's throw it to a clip real quick. Here's a clip of one of my favorite songs from the record, The Deluge. All of the songs on this record are equal parts emotional, epic, and heavy. Grab a copy of it. It's an album of the year contender for me. Highly also recommend their back catalog as well. Throw it back to Ben.
Welcome back. I'm dipping into the bargain bin for our next record. There it is. It's actually a double record. It is a bargain. Old Man Gloom's Seminar 8 and 9 is a post-sludge metal double full-length on Profound Lore Records that was released on May 22nd. I was super excited to hear that these guys were coming out with 2 albums. It is reminiscent of early ISIS days. It contains epic tracks with several minutes of bulldozing riffs and an extra few minutes of noise and ambiance if you're into that sort of thing, which I am. The band also explores more radio-friendly, you wouldn't hear this on the radio, tracks that clock in at 5 minutes or less. It is for fans of ISIS, Cult of Luna, Neurosis, that sort of thing. So let's throw it to a clip of one of my favorite tracks, Heel to Toe. So we hope that you will support Old Man Gloom and all their gloom and doom through the Profound Lore Records website and through their Bandcamp. Brandon, it's your turn.
It's my turn. Ugh, why is this here? The next record we have on the list is And Ocean's Cosmic World Mother. This was released on May 8th on Season of Mist. Absolute banger of a record and Finnish black metal at its finest. This is their first full-length record in 18 years. These guys ripped my face off with this record. It's not even here anymore. I can't stop listening to this album. It's relentless and mad, and it has a ton of amazing atmosphere. It's equal parts visceral and melodic. It doesn't let up. I've spun this album so many times this month, and it's quite honestly a album of the year contender for me. Here's a clip of one of my favorite tracks from the record, Vigilance and Atrophy. As you can see, the songwriting is absolutely stellar. The artwork is badass too, as you would want it to be for an album title like Cosmic World Mother. But it's otherworldly and abstract. Grab your copy today on Bandcamp or seasonofmist.com. They've got shirts, physical copies, and multiple formats available. Check it out. Let's throw it back to Ben.
Why can't I get this ISO right? The next album on my list is Lesser Glow's Nullity. This is a full length, and it was released on Pelagic Records on May 29th. Today. Make sure you get a copy. This Boston-based post-sludge band takes on the subgenre with sincerity and plausibility. They have syncopated brutality contrasted with washy clean sections, and it really creates a very powerful album. The vocal capabilities of singer Alec Rodriguez really make this a standout piece in the genre. If you are a fan of Converge or Yob or something like that, I think that you'll like it, and I sincerely think that you will like this clip from the song, The Great Imitator. So we hope that you support the band today with their release of their debut. It's not debut, it's their second album, actually. Ben, get it right.
Now get it right or pay the price.
Support Lesser Glow's Nullity by going onto their Bandcamp and going through the Pelagic Records website. Nullity is a great album. Brandon, I see that you're not paying attention. What are you doing?
I was reading about the Middle Ages and ceremonial magic, but I guess we could just do the next one. Speaking of magic, Sorcerer, Lamenting the Innocent. This was released on May 29th on Metal Blade Records. The heavy epic doom titans from Sweden have returned since the crowning of the Fire King in 2017 with another dose of what they do best. Catchy doom riffs, amazing vocals, blazing solos bring the listener through times of persecution of witchcraft. Here's a clip from one of my favorite songs from the record, Hammer of Witches.
Eradicate the darkness in search of divine. We will turn the tide. The young are the bird.
The production on this album is unreal. The songwriting is masterful. Pick up a copy today because they are once again proving that they are at the top of their game.
Winterfylleth, The Reckoning Dawn is my last album of May. It is the full-length album released on May 8th on Candlelight Records, and the English blackened folk band of Winterfylleth returns to their distorted, blistering roots with this amazing album. It features everything we love about Winterfylleth in spades. Catchy melodies, brilliant vocal compositions, and songs that will get stuck in your head probably for days at a time. If you are a fan of Vosenthrone, Primordial, Wolves in the Throne Room, definitely check them out. We have an interview with Chris Naughton of Winterfylleth. Check that out for sure. But in the meantime, check out this amazing clip from Absolved in Fire. You can almost absolutely certainly support Winterfylleth through the Candlelight Records web store, and you should and can and will pick up the deluxe edition on their Bandcamp page.
So, let's go to our honorable mentions! May was a really difficult month to pick a top 10. And I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of really great albums on this list. So we had to throw in some honorable mentions. And the first one that I have is October Falls, A Fall of an Epoch. This was released on May 30th of 2020. It almost made it in my top 10 list. I couldn't honestly fit it in. And honestly, it had to do more with the season than the actual music itself. This album is stunning. It simply shows what spending years honing your craft can amount to. It is unbelievable folk atmospheric black metal, and I cannot wait for the fall to hit New England so that this never leaves my rotation while I'm drinking beers and hopefully hanging out with friends around a campfire. Here's a clip. Back to you, Ben.
My first honorable mention is a French stoner, doom, sludge, ambient sort of band called Hadewijch with their first record, Herbal Noise. It is one track that clocks in at 18 minutes long. And if you are into jammy, spaced out, noisy, stonery doom stuff, you're gonna like this. Throw it to the clip now. Hadewijch came out with a really cool EP. I'm happy I checked it out. It didn't make it onto the top list for me just because it was one song, and I want to hear some more. I'm really going to keep this band on my radar, support them through their Bandcamp. And Brandon, you have one more honorable mention that I want to hear about right now. Please throw it at me.
I have two honorable mentions, Ben.
Oh, two more. Wow.
This is Unreqvited Empathica, released on May 22nd, 2020. These guys are the masters of all things cold, dark, and also uplifting. But they released this record that is wonderfully crafted. It is amazing black metal, gorgeous soundscapes that are equally parts inspiring as they are dismal and agonizing. This album is honestly, to me, timeless, and every release seems to be better than the last. Check these guys out. Let's throw it to a clip real quick. The next one we got is the band Autumn's Ashes. They put out an EP this year called Eulogy. It came out on May 22nd of 2020. This is their debut EP, and it explores all things doom and melancholic, which I love, let's be honest. And it's inspired by the greatest days of goth rock and doom from the early 90s and early 2000s, and these guys have created something really amazing, featuring a whole slew of guest musicians from the New England area. This is a really, really cool record. Check it out. Here's a clip. Over to you, Ben.
Thanks, Brandon. And for my last but not least honorable mention, Valravne, some kind of vampire. This is a one-man U.S. black metal band. We're seeing some themes here. This band is from North Carolina. They reached out to us and asked us if we could check out their music, and I did, and I'm happy to say you made the list. In an honorable mention, I'd love to throw it to a clip real quick of Valravne's Some Kind of Vampire. Obviously, support the band through Bandcamp. Follow them on your social medias. Brandon's going to close it out for you. Now, do it. Go.
That's it for us with our top 10 with honorable mentions of May. This was a super hard month in terms of picking what we wanted to go in the list. If you didn't make the list, then we probably either didn't hear it or something else tragic happened. Maybe not tragic, but if you didn't make the list, leave it in the comments. And we would love to hear it. What we're thinking about doing is eventually doing an album we missed column at some point during the year. Mm-hmm. So just because you didn't make it on during the month doesn't mean you didn't have a special record. Hit us up. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for your viewership. This has been a blast. And we're going to be doing more of these videos in the future. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video because a lot of the bands could use the support. Sharing is one of the best ways that you can spread the word. Ben, any last thoughts?
We had a massive list of bands to go through, and unfortunately, we just don't have the time to go through every band. But we do listen to your comments. Anytime that you leave a comment and say, hey, check this band out, we have a spreadsheet with all kinds of bands from a variety of genres, and hopefully we do get to some kind of end of the year albums that we missed or something like that. We're only two people, we can only do so much, but the music this year has been unbelievable. I think we picked a really amazing year to get back into new music. So thank you all so much for your suggestions. Thank you for your viewership. Thank you for your comments and your sharing of our videos and everything like that. We cannot do this without you. Stay safe out there. Be well. Take care of each other. Thank you. Bye-bye.